Last year, my hobby cost me $1,344.72, and my YouTube channel paid for all of it. And not only that, but quite a bit of it was covered before my channel was even monetized with ad revenue. After you put your expensive hobby in the comments, I'll show you how you can use YouTube to cover all of your hobby expenses too, and maybe even at the end of the day, have a little bit of profit. The first thing you need to know is that all hobbies are different, of course. But if you search hard enough, the stuff I tell you about in this video can be applied across the board. It doesn't matter if it's knitting or surfing or whatever. These things can be utilized to help you make YouTube pay for your hobby. So the first question you need to ask is, how do I make money online with my hobby? The answer comes in 3 parts, but before we get to that, you should know that my YouTube channel was paying for my hobby before I was ever in the YouTube Partner Program earning money from AdSense revenue. And how did I do that? Well, part number 1 is you have to focus first on getting the attention. That's what I did. I had a virtual reality gaming channel that the first thing I did was I just tried to make a good channel, a channel that I enjoyed making and a channel that people would enjoy watching. This meant that I was going to start getting eyeballs on me and what I was doing. How do you do that? You just start. It's not nearly as hard as people make it. I waited a very long time to start a YouTube channel because I was waiting for the perfect niche or whatever. Just take what you enjoy and just start recording yourself. You're already doing it. Whether you crochet or you're a Lego person or you work on cars, you're already doing this hobby regularly. So from now on, just take your iPhone and turn the camera on and put it on you while you're doing it. The videos might not be any good, but the main point is to get yourself started doing it. Eventually, you will start getting to the point where you realize that your videos might actually be helpful to some people. And that's the biggest key, being helpful to other people. You've had problems in your hobby. You've had struggles in your hobby. You've maybe come up with some hacks and different things to do. Just share that stuff. And even if those things are things you found in other people's YouTube channel, it's not a problem to show people how you do it and have had success with it. But I can't stress enough how important it is to just get started and focus on getting that attention, getting eyeballs on you, and getting people to see you. Because if you wait too long, the biggest regret YouTubers have is waiting. So many of them just realized, I wish I would have started earlier. You know how much farther I would be now? All right, now answering part 2 of how do I make money online with my hobby, it's really not that complex. You just look at what other YouTubers are doing successfully, find the good videos, find the ones that you like to watch, figure out why you like to watch them, and mimic it. No, don't just like try to be somebody else. You need to keep your own personality and your own interests in there, but do what you already know is working in that niche. This is a common topic. Everybody does it. Even people as big as Mr. Beast, they have found things like thumbnails that he's utilized from other videos. And it's amazing how this copying, it's not copying, it's inspiration. You're using inspiration from other people, seeing what it is that they've done to have success, and you're just following in suit. Now, if you're actually stealing their thumbnail, you're stealing their video, you're doing every single point just like them, you're doing the same shots, yeah, don't do that. Be your own person. And hopefully you'll have something you can add to it is the biggest thing. My first video on my virtual reality hobby channel was a Horizon Worlds Creator Showcase video. I wanted to showcase the things that people did, the worlds they made in Horizon Worlds. Nobody really knew what that was, and I was trying to come up with a video idea that like nobody was doing. Well, chances are if nobody's doing it, it's because nobody's watching it. But you know what was more fun? Just reviewing games. So I quickly shifted from doing these Horizon showcase videos to just reviewing games and giving my opinion on what made that game do well or what could have made it better. And pretty soon I found that people liked watching me talk about that too. That leads me into the third part of this question. If you want to make money online with your hobby, once you figure out that part of the hobby you like talking about, you need to perfect your style. There's a guy that helps people like Taylor Swift and stuff to go viral. His name is Brendan Kane. And one of the things he says for free in all of his little sponsored ads and everything is that you need to master one format first. So the first thing you need to do and focus on, and I don't even really listen to my own advice on this one, or his advice, I should say, but you need to master one format. So when you find that thing that you like doing, just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until you have figured out how to do it in such a way that you enjoy doing it and people love watching it, and you can always count on the fact that that's going to happen. It may take some time, but as long as you're not focused on views, you're focused on what you enjoy doing and what can make the audience happy or help them out, you should be fine. One way that can help you do that is using programs like VidIQ, which has things like the outlier tool that can show you videos that did really well in other niches or just in your niche too. And you can utilize that to help your SEO, help your videos get seen better. And it's a great program. I got a link down in the description if you'd like to check that out. There's a free version and paid versions, and they even have coaching if you want to go like all in from the beginning. Now, I know this all sounds well and good, but you're probably thinking, Micah, you haven't said anything about actually funding the hobby. Okay, I'll get to that. The first important thing is getting that attention on yourself, figuring out what you want to do, and perfecting that style. That is very, very important and key to what I did to get YouTube to pay for my $1,400 of hobby last year, most of which wasn't even paid through ad revenue. It was through other things, which I'll get to right now. The first thing you need to think about is, does my hobby have any funding possibilities? Is there any way that it can pay for itself, so to speak? And if your answer is no, you need to go and you need to watch people in that niche and see if they have, first of all, any sponsorships, anything in their descriptions, any affiliate marketing. The reason you need to look at that isn't so that you can do it, but so that you can prove yourself wrong and show yourself that, oh, okay, there are people funding this hobby on YouTube through other means. Then you need to realize that since that is there and you didn't know it, there's also special programs out there for a lot of hobbies that nobody ever realizes that if you really go full force on it, you can turn it into something big. It's like those crazy coupon ladies, the ones that go out and they get all these coupons and they do the math, and before you know it, the store owes them like 45 cents. It's crazy, but if you put enough effort into it, you can actually figure out a way to use something that doesn't seem like much and turn it into something big. I'll give an example. On my virtual reality gaming channel, when I first started the channel and I reviewed my first game, I paid for it out of my own pocket, but it didn't take long. And not only did that get covered, but I had a surplus. What happened was I realized that Meta actually had a program where they would give you a referral code, and you could give your referral code to your friends. And when you give your referral code to your friends, they get, I think it was like $5 off or 25% off or something like that off the game, and you get $5 in game credit. So reviewing games gets pretty expensive pretty fast. I think the first game I bought was like around $40, and I started scratching my head wondering if I could even do this. And then I got this program going, and every video I did, I started to put those codes in there and tell people that they could utilize the discount, and I started getting all these credits. And I ended up spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on games, all totally free. So before I even had 500 subscribers, which is when you can even apply for the AdSense program, and you don't even get ad revenue till 1,000 subscribers, I was already like netting because I had all these credits and all these games that I was getting and playing, and all for free. Not to mention, there were companies that started reaching out to me and saying, hey, here's this game for free. Would you like to review it for us? So it may take you a little bit of research, but if you just start looking, you can probably find things in your hobby, whether it be fishing or hunting or whatever it is, where there are programs set up for you to be able to start promoting their products, at the very least promoting them for free. Maybe you won't get anything, but you'll have some way that you can promote it and get some sort of benefit out of it. Just start researching that. Okay, so another question you're probably asking is, what if I really can't find a program like that in my hobby? What if, Micah, what if you're just wrong and my particular hobby is an exception and there's nothing like that out there? This is why, go back to the first thing I said, it's so important to get the attention first, figure out what you want to do, and start perfecting that style. It's extremely important to do that because that's what I did. And before you know it, I started having companies knock on my door. I wasn't going out there looking. They were knocking on my door saying, hey, we like your channel. We want you to take our product and review our product. Let me show you. This is my MetaQuest 3 headset, which, by the way, the MetaQuest 3 itself was covered by other funds I'll tell you about in a minute. But this is the Comfort battery strap. It gives me extended battery life, and it's way more comfortable. If you've done any VR gaming, those headsets are uncomfortable. and it's quite expensive. It's somewhere around $70, and I didn't just get that. I also got several of these lens covers, which are like 13 bucks a piece. It's just a piece of cloth, but it's perfect for your headset. I got prescription lenses for my headset so that I don't have to wear glasses in there and possibly scratch up the lenses that are in there. I got these really cool knuckle grips for my controllers that keep them on your hand, and they also give you a great like feel, so that it feels a lot better than the slippery plastic. These were about 40 bucks. And I have another headset where they gave me a comfort battery strap and faceplate and all kinds of stuff for this. This adds up to hundreds of dollars, and I got it all for free. I didn't have to buy it first or anything. They gave it to me so that I would review these things and then put those reviews on my channel. Now remember, I did not contact them first. They came to me, and the reason they came to me is because the first thing I focused on was getting the attention on my channel. Then when I started getting that attention, I noticed what it was that people liked and what it was that I wanted to do. And then I started to really focus in on one thing, which was game reviews. And that got people knocking at my door. So basically, for free, my headset's a beast. Like, it's got all this extra stuff on it, and I absolutely love it. And I'm a pretty frugal guy, so I probably wouldn't have spent all that money on that extra stuff. It's literally just extra stuff that they gave me because they noticed the fact that I was passionate about the hobby that I was in. You can do that regardless of whether or not your niche has any specific programs or anything like that. You can just put your effort into it, be passionate, and let that passion show through. And people start to notice that. They can tell whenever you're for real and you actually like what you're doing and you care about it and you're knowledgeable about it. You might not be an authority in some sort of thing like, realty or something, but you could be authority in, I don't know, painting miniatures or what kind of, bait to use for catfish. I don't know, whatever your hobby may be, you probably have something where people look at you and say, huh, you're good at that. And there's this guy, Make Money Matt. He always says that you only have to be 1% better than other people to be an authority on a subject. So if there's people out there that are fishing, let's say you're a fisherman and they're fishing and they're not as good as you, okay, those people are going to be watching your videos. Maybe not those people that you know, but the people out there, those people that are 1% less good than you are, they're going to be looking for that other person that can help them upgrade just a little bit. And the people that make these companies and have all these products, they're looking for people like that to reach those people out there. So not only did they give me these great products, they also gave me affiliate link codes to sell their products and get commissions. The different companies have their own different commission rates. Some of them are 5%, some of them are 10%. It just depends on the company. I've tried bargaining with them. They usually just have their set limit. But so not only am I getting my games covered, not only am I getting my free products for my headset, but then I'm also getting commissions on stuff that people buy from my channel. And remember, keep focusing on attention. And this is why I kept doing those game reviews. I kept doing those product reviews. And then, whether you know this or not, Meta themselves, I don't know if you can see this, that little symbol right there, Meta, their Facebook, Meta owns Facebook. Their team themselves contacted me and wanted me to do this Horizon Feed program. Now, I can't really talk about how much I made on that program, but let's just say that that program was better than the ad revenue I got for that year from YouTube itself. I didn't even know that program was a possibility. I didn't know it was available. I didn't even know what it was when they contacted me. So if you can't search and find stuff yourself, it doesn't mean they don't have secret programs out there, because honestly, that wasn't even something I could ever find information on. Even after I was in it, I realized, okay, I'm kind of in like a little bit of a secret society here. Not the bad kind. The good, it's cool. Okay, so let's say you've tried all this. Let's say you put tons of effort. Let's say nobody notices you. Let's say it's just not working. What do I do if I cannot make money online with my hobby before I'm monetized? Well, guess what? Just keep making videos for those people that do like to watch you, and your subscriber count will slowly crawl until you get to the point where you have got 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, and then you'll start getting ad revenue. And I get ad revenue on that channel, and I didn't start getting ad revenue until I already made tons of money and different products I'd gotten for free. So if you don't even get to that point until you start getting ad revenue, it's okay, because the ad revenue, if you just keep putting in the effort, eventually your channel will get monetized. You just have to put in the effort to make sure that you're putting out videos that are at least 8 to 10 minutes so that they're long enough to get those watch hours and stuff that is things, problems that people need solving. Look at your niche, look at the issues you've had in your niche, in your hobby, and figure out what it is that you can do to help other people, and you'll be fine. But the hardest part about YouTube is just getting started, taking that leap to begin your channel. And chances are you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but you can avoid them by watching this video right here.